Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames, and check it out. We got a pretty cool tip here from Rmods74. We picked this one up off of Etsy. If you guys remember, we actually picked up a few of the tips that he had for sale before. You guys can kind of check it out there where we did some of the mods for, of course, the knockouts that we had, and we thought they were kind of cool. And they definitely give the knockout a cooler look that I think, because these knockouts are ones that I see heavily at our games. Why? Because they're about $10, and I mean, they shoot pretty well, their performance. I mean, about 100 FPS. So I see these extensively, and I've been noticing that at my current leagues, they have it where everybody has to sometimes use the same blaster. So there's one where you can only use just the knockout. That's it. But you can't modify any of the internals. Externals you can. Colors, tips, adding more mags or something like that, you can do, but you cannot modify the spring or anything like that. And I like that because it kind of, levels the playing field when it comes to Nerf blasters. So we have a stock blue one here I took right out of the package, and this is the one we're going to upgrade today. And I just kind of want to show you here, look at that. I saw a picture of a knockout, and I was like, where did they get that tip? Like, where is that? And then I noticed, oh, it is of course, Rmods74 off Etsy. It's one of his tips. So you can check it out. I'll throw it right here. Check out all that stuff. I mean, he has a lot of cool little upgrades for kind of your Nerf blasters, and they're relatively cheap. Keep in mind, I paid for this, so this is an unbiased opinion, right? He's not sending me this stuff for free for a biased opinion. This is going to be an unbiased, I'm going to tell you how it is. And I really like the tips that we got from him. They have the smaller tip here that you guys have seen, and I'll pull it up so you guys can kind of see. The longer tip is a very cool kind of Magnum type tip, right? It shoots the normal rival rounds down the barrel. It gives you a little bit different of a look. It actually helps me aim the knockout just a little bit better. Or you can kind of go just a smaller tip. So you guys can kind of see this one's about three times as long as the smaller tip. And there's a couple different barrel extensions that you can use for your blaster. And if, again, you guys remember when we did this right here, check it out. We did the small dart upgrade for this. We decided to put kind of the Magnum tip on here. I mean, that looks so awesome, I think. I mean, it just sets this thing off. And the installation of this thing is, it's a breeze, right? The only thing you really got to do is just kind of cut down the front of this, which we're going to go over. So, yeah, I say go check out his Etsy shop if you haven't already. Let him know XFoxGames sent you if you guys send him a message. But check that out. Again, this one is just a beast with the small dart mod. And it's nice because this particular tip, as you guys can see, has the smaller dart hole up there. It's not the bigger hole for the rival rounds. And this had an inner sleeve that helped with this conversion. So I was like, man, it is a must-have if you are going to convert your knockout to shoot the smaller darts or half-length darts. So, in his package, I think it's always cool. He gives you all the necessary hardware, right? You do need a little bolt or a little screw here, a little set screw, which goes in right on the bottom of the actual blaster when you put it up in there, or the barrel. And then, of course, he always sends a bunch of stickers and kind of some bigger stickers. Again, I'll give you guys, bigger pictures of those so you can see them, because I think it's kind of cool. And, of course, yes, they always come with this little, well, a lot of mine have come with this. Again, I'll throw it up. It's kind of like a keychain thing. I think that's awesome. So, anyways, let's go ahead and install this thing. Let's take a look and see how it looks on the blaster, and we'll go from there. Let's switch camera views real quick. All right, guys, so we switched it up here. I mean, there's not a lot of parts needed for this conversion when you want to put on the Magnum tip on the tip of this, right? Again, maybe you guys might have gotten the smaller one, but we've already gone over these. Again, if you guys want to check that out, just check out the video right over there if you guys want to see those tips. But we are going to look at this Magnum tip here. And man, you're going to need a Dremel, or you can use some snips to cut it. I usually like using the Dremel. Of course, just a small screwdriver to undo this. And this is a brand new Rival. Again, we took it right out of the package yesterday. So one of the things is you don't need to remove all the screws for this modification. You typically can just remove these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you could almost get right at this piece. You can kind of crack open the front here and kind of just wedge this piece out. There you go. So you leave everything intact, right? Nothing is flying. And you'll notice that when this is on the front here, it's going to look something like that. You're going to see that you need to cut, if this was there, you're going to need to cut kind of right about there on the
on the little plastic piece, right about there on the bottom. So, yeah, pretty easy to do. Again, you could use snips or whatever is easiest for you, but you get a good idea of what it's going to look like. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that looks that looks so awesome. So let's go ahead and cut this thing again. Use precaution when you guys use this. I use a Dremel, so just be safe when you guys are cutting stuff. I'm going to go ahead and cut this right here. Perfect. There we go. So, just one little piece off. Get some of the small plastic pieces off. If you want to file it down, that is perfectly fine. You can see just a quick and easy cut in the front. Nothing crazy to it. So we can take this off. Make sure you got your screws here. Put it back over here. And this piece, yeah, we'll just go right back in the front. Kind of just sits, whoa, just kind of sits back in there, something like that. Check that out. And you kind of can just retest. Yeah, there we go. We could have actually did a little less, but I mean, that's not bad. It gives it a little bit of clearance, right? So let's go ahead and throw back in these screws real quick. So we'll fast forward through. All right, so all the screws back in. I mean, it should still work just like normal. I mean, nothing different, only you just have a piece missing on the actual little front there. So let's go ahead and put this barrel extension on. I mean, just slides on, and you could see down here on the bottom, you have a little kind of spot right there for a set screw. And he does provide two, just in case you need one for backup. So we'll throw that here. Go ahead and throw that in, and I'm gonna go ahead and try and push this down so I get a really good kind of seal there. And you guys will feel when this engages on the actual tip itself. This is probably not the best screwdriver for this, but it will work for now. So there you go. You can feel it. You don't got to do it tight. Just like that. Wow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is so awesome. Oh. That, oh man, just the look, just the feel of that is just, oh, it looks, oh, that feels so good. And I see a lot of people, again, when they kind of do this upgrade, I see a lot of people color this so it really looks like, you know, some type of sci-fi or something like that, some type of, you know, longer range. Now, it does add a little bit of kind of weight, of course, to the front, but man, that thing looks awesome. Let me go grab the other blaster here. Look at that. I love these tips, man. I love them. I mean, it gives you a little bit extra character to your Nerf blaster. You know, maybe I should get the longer one that looks like this, but kind of has this flat beveled edge. But I still like that as well. But overall, I mean, again, I think these are kind of cool upgrades. It gives you a totally different look on your Knockout. Man, because I haven't seen anybody with this at my local games. Some of them do have kind of the suppressor. That kind of looks like this, right? Which I think looks cool, but I much rather like this. This looks awesome. And this actually has me kind of thinking where, you know, when you do the small dart upgrade, you know, man, you could almost, geez, yeah, you almost even wouldn't have to cut the brass tube if you were doing it yourself. You can almost have that and then put like the suppressor, like, put the suppressor on the end. That would look crazy. Anyways, just some ideas. I just kind of wanted to go over with you guys on this particular, you know, modification. It's super simple. It's easy. It's cheap. It's a great piece. It's definitely gives you a looker, you know, if you're going to put that in a sleeve or something. It's definitely a cool, interesting piece that I thought, you know what, I'm going to share this with the rest of you guys because I really enjoyed some of the other tips that I've used for the modifications. I'll probably end up putting this too on another one of my blasters. But I was like, you know what? No, let's go ahead and throw this on right now to see how this thing looks. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of this. Go check out, of course, his Etsy shop. Again, it's Rmods74. You guys can kind of see it up there. He has a lot of cool different tips that I think make the Knockout just crazy cool. My God, look at that. It's so awesome. Anyways, definitely subscribe, guys. Whoa, wherever it is. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys, you know, comment on the video. Give me thumbs up. Thanks again, Fox fans.